opening statement from Coach as we enter game week against UPIKE on Sunday.
Yeah, it's about that time. We're excited to be playing new people. We were off today of practice, but it seems like we have been playing against each other for forever and ever, and so we're excited to see what Sunday brings and to see what the crowd is like and to see what we do in front of a home crowd, and it'll be a good test for us.
Do you anticipate full roster, throwing everybody out there? You know, is this your opportunity to maybe play with lineups?
Yeah, we have been doing that. We've been doing that in practice, and we've been doing that in our scrimmages so far, and we're going to continue to do that. Give everyone an opportunity and see what they do. The games don't count for anything. The stats don't count for anything. So we want to get people out there and give everyone a chance. But we also want to make sure that we have the lineups that we need on opening day that have the right chemistry as well.
In a perfect world, how deep do you think you'll run, or do you want to run?
9 or 10.
You talked a couple weeks ago about the team wanting to come in for 2 days and putting that effort forth. How much growth did you see in that time, and how's that going?
A significant amount of growth. We have shot the ball much better since they started getting the extra shooting in. It was necessary, and I'm really, really glad that we were doing it. We have so much to put in, and our practice block we spend getting after it and getting up and down the floor. And since we have come back in and done the shooting, it's been a lot better from the three-point line. So we're going to continue to do that at least once a week for the remainder of this semester, just because I think it's going to help us down the road.
About a month ago, you talked about how the calendar was so different between Glenville and here. And have you caught up and you realize, you know, it's October and we're going to be playing the game at the end of the week?
Yeah, no, I'm good now. Now that we are in our practices and we're in a routine and we're going the majority of the days out of the week, we're in a rhythm, and we're going to try to stay in a rhythm, stay in a routine, get after it every day. Want our scrimmages and our game days to be lighter than our practices. We want to have a lot of fun and then have an off day. So I'm back in my sweet spot.
Last week, busy week for you, Sunbelt Media Days. They nerfed my question a little bit, so I want to ask you directly, you know, as far as where you're picked in the media, did they get it right? Did they get it wrong?
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
I hope they didn't get it right. I enjoy being picked ninth. I think it's great. You have nowhere to go but up. You know, we want to be the team that chases. We want to be the team that goes and takes something that belongs to somebody else. We want to have that chip on our shoulder. I told our team, it's up to them, but they're going to make history to make sure that this program never gets picked ninth again.
You had to pick a starting five today, could you?
No, we could not. And that's what scrimmages are for. I think we have a really good top few, and then everyone else right now needs to try to find a separator, things that separate them from somebody else. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think it says a lot about our depth, that we have a lot of people that can give you 20, but every now and then we're going to have a random person that maybe wasn't on the scout or wasn't very high up on the scout that can get hot.
Anybody surprised you with their improvement? Made a jump?
I think we're all getting better, which is really, really good. I mean, Roe's in the back of the room. I think Roe, from the very beginning of the time we started working together to now, has gotten a lot better in every aspect of basketball. Abby Beeman had 2 really, really good weeks, and she didn't have the greatest scrimmages, but you have seen some things click with her and translate with her that I think could be really special.
You coached against Abby when she played. You were Glenville and she was at Shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
You remember game planning for her?
Oh, yeah.
What you thought of her then?
Yeah, no, I've said it multiple times. You know, I saw her after the game, and she was walking out of the gym with her family. I said, wow, you're amazing. Like, you're such a good basketball player. And obviously when she transferred, we tried to get her at Glenville, but she chose Marshall. So when I saw her here on campus, I said, well, here I am. You didn't pick me, but I picked you. So I found my way to her somehow.
So how much of that goes into helping her now? You tell her directly what her weaknesses are. Here's how I prepared for you. You know, how does that conversation go?
Yeah, I think it helps. I think it really helps that you have a scout that you can print out and you can show her. And we do pretty detailed scouts, so you have a shot chart that you could print out and show her and say, we scouted your shot chart and all of those things. And so I think that helps buy in a little bit.
Real good.
Great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So Rochelle Scott was named to the all preseason first team for the Sun Belt Conference. So any questions for Rochelle Scott?
How's that feel, just to know that people recognize you in still a new league for Marshall?
It feels great. I mean, I think I stand up to it coming out as someone as the first. What is the first conference?
First team.
First team all conference. Yeah.
So the accolades don't mean that much to you, though. You know, it's really not about that.
Yeah, right. You could tell the way I'm talking. It's really not about that. I just want to win, honestly. When it come down to it, I'm not really worried about the individual type stuff. I barely even know what that means. So, yeah.
What about where the preseason standings have this team? You've seen this team. Did they get it right? Did they get it wrong?
They most definitely get it wrong. I think we have a really deep team and different team from last year. And for me, it's my senior year, so I'm coming hard every single game, every practice, and it just means a lot to me and this team. So for them to pick us at the bottom, I think it was very disrespectful. But, I mean, last year we did have, a bad year, so I can see it on their end, but
What's the difference between this year's team and last year's team?
we work really hard in practice. The practices are very different from last year. We do more running. We're more in shape. We do more skill work. It's just a different mindset because of a different coach. So it's two different mindsets.
Where do you see yourself excelling in this new mindset, this new setup, this new scheme, everything?
I see myself coming out as Player of the Year, actually. I see myself breaking records. I'm a totally different player. So I just think it's gonna be surprising what people see.
Good.
How much of that part of conditioning help you guys this year opposed to last year? Because, as well as anybody in basketball, if you're gassed, first thing to go is your legs and your shots, which doesn't help a whole lot on the court. So, I mean, come last 4 minutes of the game, this team's going to have that extra gear.
Right. It helps us a lot. You could tell when a team is running more in practice and when a team is not doing as much running in practice. Because like you said, when it comes down to the games, you're going to be able to tell, we're going to be able to make more shots when we're tired. We're going to be able to play defense when we're tired. We're going to be able to just get up and down the floor more. It comes in handy.
Having transferred here last year yourself, now you're welcoming transfers, and have you been able to help them with that mindset at all?
Well, it's a different coach, so I'm trying to get used to it myself. But I am helping some of the transfers. I didn't know Coach Kim, but I knew of her. So it was easy to kind of help them out a little bit.
Coach talked about the amount of growth that you guys have had as a team during your two-a-day practices. Have you seen that in your own personal game, your growth in the two-a-day?
Yes. We put up shots and stuff after practice, whatever, and you can most definitely see the numbers increasing, the 3-pointers. We mostly shoot threes, so.
You're looking forward to playing somebody other than your own teammates now?
Yes, sir. We go at each other pretty hard in practice, so we can we're ready to play somebody else to go really hard at them. We know they probably wouldn't like it. They'll be very uncomfortable, and it's just exciting to have those type of feelings. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Rachel.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate you.